Welcome to today's video. Have you ever stood in the bread aisle and wondered, which bread is actually the best for my health? If you have, you're not alone. So why am I asking this question? A groundbreaking study from Harvard Medical School recently showed that choosing the right type of bread could actually affect your heart health and lifespan, especially after age 60. The study followed 93,000 adults over 60 for 2 decades and found something shocking. Those who ate the right kinds of bread had a 43% lower risk of heart disease and lived an average of 7.2 years longer than those who didn't. That's no small number. But why does choosing bread matter so much as we age? The truth is, our bodies change, and it affects how we digest food, especially starches and carbohydrates. You'll notice that as you age, your ability to process bread and starchy foods becomes much slower than when you were younger. And if you're not making the right bread choices, the seemingly harmless loaves you enjoy could actually be harming your health without you even realizing it. For me, this is a reminder that every choice we make in life counts. The small changes we make, like switching our bread choice, can have a huge impact over time. I personally started paying more attention to the foods I consume, and even small tweaks have made a noticeable difference in my energy levels and overall health. It's about being mindful, not just about what we eat, but about how it impacts us now and in the future. Part 1. How our bodies change after 60 and why bread matters. As we grow older, our bodies experience changes that make it harder to process food. One of the most significant changes is the decrease in digestive enzymes and slower blood sugar regulation. This means that the way we handle food, especially carbohydrates, is drastically different after age 60. Studies show that our digestive system's efficiency can decrease by up to 40%, making it harder to process foods like bread. This slowdown can lead to discomforts like bloating, gas, and digestive issues. Worse yet, it can also mean that the nutrients in the food we eat are not absorbed as efficiently, leading to deficiencies that could affect our bones, brain, and heart health. That's why choosing the right kind of bread becomes so important. Some breads are easier on the digestive system and provide essential nutrients that support health as we age. I've learned this firsthand. After changing my bread choices, I've noticed improvements in digestion and overall energy. And this is why I'm sharing this information with you. In my experience, it's the small dietary adjustments that make a world of difference. As we age, we can't just rely on our bodies to process food the same way they did when we were younger. We have to be more conscious of what we put in our bodies, and that includes making the right bread choices. So why not start with bread, a simple but impactful way to support your health? Part 3. Sourdough bread, the hidden gut health hero. Sourdough bread is more than just a nostalgic favorite. It's actually a powerhouse of health benefits for people over 60. Made with flour, water, and a natural starter, a combination of wild yeast and bacteria, sourdough goes through a slow fermentation process that makes it easier to digest than most other breads. A 2022 study published in Food Microbiology found that seniors who switched from regular bread to authentic sourdough experienced a 26% improvement in gut comfort, including reduced bloating and more regular bowel movements. This is because the beneficial bacteria in sourdough act as prebiotics, feeding the good microbes in our gut, which is crucial for immune health and mood stability, especially as we age. For me, sourdough has become a staple in my kitchen. The tangy flavor, combined with the chewy texture, makes it the perfect addition to any meal. And it's not just about taste. Sourdough's slow fermentation process lowers its glycemic index, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar the way white or even whole wheat bread can. I've found that sourdough makes a huge difference in how I feel after meals. I don't experience the post-meal sluggishness or the energy dips that come with eating other types of bread. It's one of those small changes that has had a big impact on my overall health. If you haven't tried it, trust me, your gut and taste buds will thank you. Part 4. The breads to avoid after 60. Now that we've covered the best breads for your health, let's talk about the ones you should steer clear of, especially after turning 60. One of the biggest offenders is white bread. White bread is made from refined wheat flour that has been stripped of its bran and germ, leaving behind little more than processed starch. This means it's digested very quickly, causing spikes in blood sugar followed by crashes that leave you feeling tired and hungry for more. The problem is, these blood sugar spikes can lead to serious health issues, such as type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. I used to love white bread, but I've realized how damaging it is to my health. Once I made the switch to healthier options, I noticed improvements not just in my energy, but in my overall mood and focus. White bread may seem like a comfort food, but the health risks it carries make it a choice I've had to let go of. If you love white bread, you don't have to give it up entirely, but I recommend saving it for the occasional treat rather than having it every day. Swap it for whole grain, sourdough, or sprouted grain bread, which are far more beneficial to your health. Part 5. Conclusion. Your bread, your life. In conclusion, choosing the right bread can have a lasting impact on your health, especially as you get older. Small changes like switching to sprouted grain bread or sourdough can improve digestion, regulate blood sugar, and even reduce the risk of heart disease. Personally, I've learned that the key to aging well is being mindful of what we put into our bodies. It's not about drastic, overnight changes. It's about making thoughtful decisions that will serve us in the long run. Bread might seem like a small part of your diet, but the right kind can make a huge difference in your health, energy, and overall well-being. So I challenge you to take a closer look at your bread choices. Are you eating the right bread for your body? If not, now's the time to make a change. After all, a healthier you starts with the small decisions you make every day, including what bread you choose. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which bread will you be switching to? Let's keep the conversation going and support each other in making healthier choices.